Hello everyone. Welcome to the first masterclass of the Lady Bosses Live. And I am Dr. Shweta Kakade Poddar. The topic for today's live masterclass is how should your Facebook profile look? Or more precisely, how should you be branding your Facebook profile? Let me just quickly introduce myself. I am Dr. Shweta Kakade Poddar. I am the founder of the Facebook community Puneri Thaska. I also have two websites, out of which one website ranked on the first page of Google. I am a dentist with a digital heart. I also am a social media consultant and I help solopreneurs and entrepreneurs to create solid digital and social media presence. In today's live masterclass, we are going to learn specifically about how you should be using your Facebook profile for branding yourself more appropriately. But before we dive deep into that, I would like to tell you something that is new and happening. So, this is the latest project that I've undertaken. It's called the Lady Bosses Premium. Now, what exactly is the Lady Bosses Premium? It is a 15 days program where I will be teaching you how to become an influencer. Very often we see that people have the information of what they are supposed to do to spread their voice and create a good social media presence, but they often don't know where to begin from. That's exactly what I'll be teaching you in this 15 days program. This program will be held on Facebook itself. It's basically a paid Facebook group. So all you have to do is register yourself in this group, and once you register, you'll automatically get added inside this Facebook group. Here I'll be sharing a new tip and a new process every single day with you. Every 2 days I'll be hopping in the group live just to be able to answer your question and answers that you might have. What all will you be learning in this program? Well, you're going to be learning about social media, Facebook marketing, Instagram, digital marketing, blogging, branding, audience generation, image creation, creating your own influence on social media. So if you are somebody who really wants to create a good social media presence, if you are a solopreneur or an entrepreneur who thinks that spreading your voice is important but you don't know where to start from, if you want to leverage the power of social media for your business, then this program is for you. The registration link is there in the description box above. All you have to do is click on that registration link and get yourself registered. This program goes live on the 15th of April 2019 and it will end on the 30th of April. So make sure you get registered as soon as possible. So let's dive right into the meat of today's talk. How should your Facebook profile look, or how should you be branding your Facebook profile? More often than not, your Facebook profile or any other social media profile is your answer to the question, tell me something about yourself. And are you doing the best you can with it? An average person who lands on your Facebook profile is going to take maximum 10 seconds to go through it and then form a perception about you. Are you giving out your best on your profile so that you give out your best perception to a stranger who's landing on your profile? Let's see how you can do that. So when a person lands on your profile, the first thing that person is going to see is going to be your profile picture. Your profile picture is like the eyes. So when somebody looks at you, the first thing they look is inside your eyes. So that's exactly how your profile picture is. It is the first point of attention that anybody is attracted towards when they land on your Facebook profile. So you always have to make sure that your profile picture is appropriately branded. More often than not, I see people having too much branding on their social media profile pictures. So I usually always suggest my clients that your profile picture should primarily have your face. If it doesn't have your face, it does not give out the best impression about you. It says two things. If your DP is anything but your own face, then it says that you are probably a spammy profile and you are trying to hide something, or you want to do something which is not acceptable on social media. I, as a social media admin of a group, I do not accept uh, profiles that do not have a DP without a face in it, because it definitely means that that person is not standing behind what he or she has to post. So make sure that you appear inside your profile picture. How branded should your profile picture be? Well, first and foremost, you should be the person, or you should be the brand your profile picture is endorsing, and not something else. If you're having a frame, or if you're having an overlay of a logo of somebody else's company or a brand, then you are sharing your identity with that brand. And if that happens, that it doesn't give out a great impression about you as a brand. So make sure your profile picture is branding and endorsing you, and not something else. And it's not a logo, because if your DP is a logo, and if I land on a profile that has a logo as a DP, then I feel like I'm not interacting with a real human. I feel like I'm interacting with a computer. And that does not give out a great impression, because profiles are meant for people and human interaction, and business pages are meant for businesses. So having a DP of your logo on your business page makes a lot of sense. But if your DP on your personal profile is a logo, then that does not make any sense at all. So have your face, have limited amount of branding, and have a branding of your own brand and not of anything else. Then, all right. So many times I see women or men or many people having DPs of actor, actresses, or flowers or dolls, and that really portrays that you don't have confidence in portraying yourself to the world. So having yourself in the profile picture is the best bet you can have as far as your Facebook profile is concerned. It's the first impression that a person is going to have about you. Now let's move on to the second biggest real estate you have on your Facebook profile, which is your cover photo. So your cover photo is going to be right above your profile picture, and that is going to be the most visually capturing area of your Facebook profile. Always make sure that your cover photo is extremely graphic and visual. What I see many people doing wrong is that they have a lot of text inside their cover picture. They'll have their website, they'll have their social media handles, they will have a big URL or a link which is written down on their cover picture. Now what happens is, nobody is going to copy that URL, sit and type it out in a search box and actually land up on that link of yours, because it's not clickable. In today's time, nobody visits a link unless and until they have a place where they can click and go to that link. So if you're writing all this information on your cover picture, then it's not really helping anybody, because nobody is taking any action based on that information that you're giving them. Instead, why don't you try to tell a story through that picture? Let that be graphic, let that be visual, let that be the piece that is capturing somebody's attention. Anybody who lands on your profile is not even spending more than 3 seconds looking at that cover photo and the profile photo together. It's basically just a passing action that somebody goes through. Nobody actually takes out time and looks at a cover picture. So try to make it as visual as possible, and try to make it as graphic as possible. There is plenty of space on your Facebook profile where you can put all the clickable links to your other social media channels. So utilize that for putting up all the links. Your cover photo has to be a picture, and it has to say as much as possible about you visually. Your profile information. Now, right below your profile picture, there is this tiny tab called as your bio. Now, this bio is basically a limited charactered thing, and you can just write a few sentences inside of that. So, what you can do is just add your whatever job you're doing currently. It has to describe you in the best possible way in, say, probably 2 or 3 lines. So try to be as concise, as precise as possible, and just make sure you craft it very well, because it's just the 2 sentences, and that is the thing that anybody who's a stranger, who's not your friend, who lands on your Facebook profile is going to see. And it's right below your profile picture, so it again captures the maximum attention of the person who's just landed on your profile. Now there are so many different things that will be included inside your profile information or your profile bio. So let's switch to a picture for a minute. All right, so let's just go back a little. So when I said that your cover photo has to be a little graphic, it doesn't necessarily have to say anything about a story, or it doesn't necessarily have to narrate anything, but you should always make sure that it gels very well with your profile picture, because both these things have to complement each other. And more often than not, what happens is, if you have two images which are completely unrelated to each other, then they end up eating into each other instead of complementing each other. So that sort of is a little disturbing to the viewer's eye sometimes. And if the certain area of the picture is cut out because of the profile picture, then again you are missing out on a little bit of the picture that you are showing. So you have to make sure that it is complementing with your profile picture. Alright, now we talked about bio. So the two lines of bio that are there right below your profile picture have to be very descriptive, have to be concise and precise, and have to be a bomb. It has to tell people precisely what you are, what you're interested in, and in one line or two lines it has to describe you as a person. Apart from that, what else can you do to brand yourself? When you move slightly lower than this bio, you are going to see featured pictures of yourself. Now, what are these featured pictures? These are 5 pieces of media that you can upload over here, and these are public images. So anybody who's not a friend, even they can view all these featured images or media that you have portrayed on your Facebook profile. These featured things can be images, can be photos or videos, it could be groups, or it could even be Facebook pages. So it's very easy to fill up these 5 spaces. If you go to my profile, you'll see I have videos. If you there are pages, there are groups. It's possible to feature all those things, but you need to go through a computer. If you're accessing Facebook through a computer, you're going to get all these features to be able to update different types of media. If you're doing it through a phone, then you would possibly be restricted to just uploading images in your featured area. So you're restricting your options a lot here. Okay, apart from your featured images, when you move a little bit lower than that, you are going to have a list of clickable links on your social media profile. Now, what are these links? Now, Facebook provides you dedicated area for your Instagram link, for your YouTube link, for Twitter link. So if you are a content creator, or if you have another platform on any other social media, a portal on any other social media, you could simply link it to your Facebook profile. The beauty of it is that it is clickable. So when somebody ends up on your profile, they see through your featured images, your cover picture, your profile picture, they are going to land up on the clickable image, clickable links, click on it, and if they find you interesting enough, they are going to go and follow you on the different platform that you've led them towards. So this is the place where you should be adding your website, you should be adding your e-commerce shop, you should be adding all the other information from all the other platforms that you want to lead people towards. If you're a YouTuber, then this is the best way of leading people towards a YouTube channel. So that's about your profile information and bio, your featured content. We just went through that. All right. Now let's talk a little bit about privacy. What exactly is privacy, and how can you optimize it and make proper use of it or leverage it towards your benefit? As we all know, Facebook provides us with a lot of privacy settings, and it's not just on our posts, but it's also for our profiles to a great extent. So what you can do is, first and foremost, you can have a private friends list. So that is the first thing on top of your profile which can have a privacy setting. So for many people, they don't want to display their Facebook friends list. Some people want to display their Facebook friends list, and it is possible for either of them to have it on a public setting or on a closed setting. So all you have to do is go to a tab. All right, so you have to click on friends over here on a computer, and once you click on the friends tab on your computer, you are going to see a pen sign next to it. When you click on that pen sign, you will get all the editing options as to how to edit your privacy of the friends list. You can also edit your followers from here. So what happens is, it's not just the friends but followers as well. Now what followers are is basically the people who are not there inside your friends list, but they still want to keep in touch with you and want to track your activities, right? So followers are basically the people who are following you but are not there in your friends list, and they get to see all the public information that you post on your social media platforms. So if you want to display your followers, again you are going to have that setting inside your Facebook profile. Okay, I'll go back to that picture now. Here, right next to the name, you're going to see edit profile option. So if you click on this edit profile option, you are going to be able to hide or display your follower number to the public. So that is a good thing to know. All right. Finding your Facebook profile in the search engines. Now, what exactly is this? So, as you all might be knowing that Google is the biggest search engine in the world. And for Google, Facebook is just one of the many websites that are there in the world. What Google will do is it will go through all the profiles, and everything that is posted publicly will be associated to that person's name on Google. So everything that you're posting on your profile and you want to post it for professional purposes, that has to be posted publicly. So once you post that publicly, it will get associated through Google to your name, and you will be associated with that information on a public domain. Now when you go to settings, when you go to a computer, there is a tiny tab, triangle on the right side, topmost right side, and just above the log out option you have settings. When you go to that option, you are going to find who can look me up. In privacy settings, you will see who can look me up, and that is the place where you can switch on or off this setting, wherein you can allow Google to document your profile on the public domain or not document your profile on the public domain. If you're worried about your privacy, then you can switch that off. But if you want your data and your content to be associated with your name, then you should leave that setting on the on mode so that Google can associate it to the two things together. Well, even if you switch that off, there is no guarantee that you have your privacy online any which ways. So might as well get the credit for your work instead of hiding it from the world, right? If you're using social media for professional reasons, if you're using Facebook for networking, connecting with people, for finding future collaborators on social media, then you should be having your search engine optimization for your profile always switched on. All right. Now, before we conclude, there's one last thing. All right, let's do one thing. Before we switch on to the last thing, I would again like to tell you about the Lady Bosses Premium program. Now, what this Lady Bosses Premium program is that it is a 15 days program on Facebook. It is a paid Facebook group. The charges are 2,500 rupees for 15 days. All you have to do is register on the link which is given in the description box above, and you'll be added inside that Facebook group. The main purpose of this group is to teach you how to become an influencer. So if you are somebody who wants to become a well distinguished voice in your industry, who wants to become a thought leader in your industry, then this program is for you. Here I will be telling you different techniques and different ways of having your own digital presence, not just social media but a digital presence, and having your own voice which will stand out in your industry, and you can become a thought leader in your industry. Very often we see people know what they want to do, but they often don't know where to start from, and that's exactly what I'll be teaching you in this group. What are the topics that we'll be discussing in the group? We'll be talking about social media, Facebook marketing, Instagram, digital marketing, creating your own content, distributing your own content, how to edit your own videos on your phone, and creating your own influence on social media. So if you are somebody who's looking towards gaining any of these, then this is meant for you. So go ahead and register yourself, and I assure you, you will not you will come out as a very well informed person who can take actions wherever it is required. All right. So, my next favorite thing for social media. I believe that stories are the next big thing, and literally everywhere you go, you are going to see that stories are dominating. So, if you are not using stories, then you are losing out on a lot of traffic that you could be getting free of cost. So, what I suggest is if you are not on Facebook stories, then you should be. That should be on your priority list right now. In my personal experience, I get at least 5 times more engagement on my Facebook stories as compared to my Instagram stories. The beauty of Facebook stories is that I can even publish my own links on it. So if I have a YouTube video, if I have a new blog post that has come up, I can easily share that, and I get double the number of hits through these links which are posted inside my stories as compared to the links which are posted on my main timeline. So the organic reach of stories is crazy. You can post multiple number of times, and you can give the people a peek inside your real life, and that is the beauty of it. It's a very real time, it's a very raw thing that you can display in the stories. But most important part about stories is that you could add it to your highlights. Now highlights is the best thing any social media platform could have done to itself. Why? Because it has potentially converted your profile into a website. If you go to a website, you are going to have a menu, and when you click on the menu, you are going to see things like contact us, go to our shop, e-commerce website, and different tabs which are organized. That's exactly what highlights do, and that's exactly how you should be using them for your profile. So you can have an highlight saying about me section, then you can have a highlight saying, contact us, one highlight just saying your, just portraying your different social media portals, just give them a visual look of how your different social media platforms look. All these things can be added to your highlights, and they are there to stay continuously, so people can just scroll through it at their own time. You can arrange them sequentially, you can customize them however you want it to, and that's the beauty of it. It's a running website for you. It can have links, so you can lead people wherever you want them to go. So once you have the traffic on your profile, you can lead them to whichever place is of interest to you. So always have highlights, always add stories strategically, and have the most important stories highlighted in different sections, categorized and organized. So what I do is, if you go to my profile, you are going to see one highlight of my blog, one for my podcast, one for about me, one for the um, probably podcast. Different podcasts have different highlights. So what happens is, when you land on the first highlight, you're going to go through a sequence of pages one after the other, which will tell you much more about me than a single post or than a video probably. So highlights should be used creatively. If you're a baker, you could have your cakes and your reviews under one single highlight. So you can club all your reviews under one highlight. You can club all your pictures under one highlight. If you're a reseller, you could have your entire catalog displayed in your stories and then highlight it. So anybody who lands on your profile is going to see a range of your products just inside your stories. And you don't have to keep on sharing things with them. You can lead people towards your highlights and tell them to just go through it like an album. So that's a wonderful feature. It's easily accessible, and in my opinion, it's extremely underutilized at the moment. So make sure you optimize the highlights as well. Yes. So with that, it's a wrap on our today's talk. So basically, what you should be taking away from today's talk is that what you share on social media also adds to your branding. So whatever you're sharing, put enough thought behind it. All these small things which you add to your profile picture, your cover picture, the featured information, your bio, all these are creating an image of yourself to a stranger who's landing on your social media profile for the first time. And all these efforts are towards making the best first impression that you can in the first 10 seconds of somebody just landing on your profile. Apart from all these things, what you share on your social media profiles is also equally important. This is also going to tell the people what thoughts you align yourself with, what are the ideologies you align yourself with or your brand aligns with. So all these things are important. So be mindful of what you post, be thoughtful of what you post, and be strategic about what you post. So I hope you took away a lot of points from today's talk. I will be coming live again with another exciting topic for you guys. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions, I will be looking at the comments and answering all your comments now. So please give me a moment so I can just check out all the comments and tell you. Okay. All right. So Samira is asking me about Instagram. Samira, for Instagram, I suppose I'll be doing another a live telecast for an Instagram account. So let's just tackle our Facebook today. And once we go through the Instagram live, then we are going to talk a lot about Instagram there as well. So I think it's a wrap for today. If you have any queries, please drop them in the comment section below. And I'll be more than happy to come back and answer all those queries for you. With that, it's a wrap. And I'll be signing off for today and I'll see you around. I'll announce the next masterclass very soon. So follow this page for more updates so that you do not miss out on anything. You can message this Facebook page, the Lady Bosses, so that you will get added to our database and you will get all the automated reminders so you don't miss out on anything which is important that is coming up. Okay? See you around. Bye bye.